Hello everyone. My name is KL and this is my channel Good to be Greening. My sad little plant right now, but I'll water it. Anyways, so this is actually my first video that I'm gonna be kind of diving in topics that I hope to explore on this channel. And I'll be honest, I have not always been environmentally conscious or friendly. I used to be very much a strong consumer, but I'd say about let's say 7 years ago is when I really started to notice what my habits were and questioning how that was affecting the environment and what changes could I implement in my life. So this video is going to be about 5 super easy changes that I did, that I started with. And these might be really simple to some people, but that's kind of what I started with, and now it's just like a no-brainer. I don't even have to think about it. It's automatic. So here we go. So the first thing that I changed in my habits is I actually bought myself a reusable water bottle like this one. And I don't ever buy any of those plastic ones from the store. I mean, A, because it is very expensive, and also it just produces a lot of unwanted waste. So this has been great. I use it all the time. I personally like this style because I do go out in nature and in adventures a lot of times. So I just like it because it's a little bit less heavy than perhaps the metal ones, but there's so many styles to choose from, and I particularly like this one because the this top here is quite wide, so it is really easy to clean, which I love. And I did a little bit of math. So I recently did purchase this one because I lost my old one, but my old one I had for about 8 years. And so doing some calculations, let's say I drank about 3 plastic bottles from the grocery store, and I had it for 8 years. If I calculated the amount of water bottles that I saved from going into the landfill, it gave me 8,760 bottles. So that is a lot of waste that I have reduced just in this one action. My second habit that I incorporated is very much along the same lines as the water bottle, but I have a travel mug. Now, this is awesome. I mean, just to even have, when I make my coffee here, I fill it, I go to work or somewhere else, super useful. But also I use it when I go to a coffee shop. So if I know I want a coffee to go, I bring this, and generally you can actually save some money, or a little bit of money anyways, and reduce the waste. I'll also try to bring it to, let's say I'm going to an event, for example, like a winter carnival, and I know that they're gonna be serving hot chocolate, then I can bring this. And again, I'm just saving a cup from going into the garbage, and it keeps it warm too. Next up is grocery bags. Now let me tell you, when I first started to incorporate this habit, it did not come naturally. I would always forget my bags. But now what I do is I make sure to keep some in my car, or if I'm walking, I usually will bring my backpack and just put one of these in there too, in case I need some extra room. And even I'll keep some of these bags near my door so that visually I can remember, and I usually don't forget. I will say though, grocery stores in this area anyways, I feel have been a lot better with the plastic bags. I don't really see them very often anymore. It's mostly like the boxes or the paper bags, or even the other day I saw like these fabric bags, which are great. But to be honest, I do still like to use these because, I mean, I have a lot of my own already. I don't really want to acquire more. It's just like a little bit unnecessary. But yeah, this has been a really good habit and super easy to do now. Okay, number 4. I don't know if I can put this in the frame, but it is a drying rack. Yes, I love my drying rack. I use it all the time, and it does reduce electricity, obviously. But another thing I noticed, because I've been doing this for so long, is that my clothes, they will stay nicer for much longer. I think the dryer will kind of ruin the fabric a little bit, and just using the air or even the sun has been way gentler to my clothes, and then that way I don't have to buy new clothes as often. Now, you can use a rack, but you don't have to. You could use like furniture if you want, or you can use hangers. I also really love the clotheslines or the hangers where you can put in your backyard. Those are really cool. I just unfortunately do not have a backyard, and I haven't had one for a very long time, so this is kind of what I have to work with. But these are, yeah, awesome. Again, super easy to use. And for my final habit, I started composting. Now, composting is really important, but I will admit there is a lot of places, like some towns and cities don't necessarily have this yet. But if you do, it's a really good way to help the environment, because a lot of food waste that goes into the landfill, it just adds to the quantity that's there. And it also has a harder time to decompose properly, which it can create some methane gas, which is not very good. It's one of the greenhouse gases. So by properly having a compost system, they're able to decompose properly. And one step further, if you're super keen, you can actually use compost as an amazing fertilizer for your garden. It just enriches the soil, adds more nutrients to the ground, and helps the plants grow. Now, if you've never done this before, it can be a little stinky sometimes, but mine actually has a little filter here so it doesn't smell. I also have a bag here, and if I do use a compostable bag, then I don't put a knot. But a lot of times I actually don't even use the plastic bag. I just directly put the food waste in the container, bring it to the compost, and just rinse it out with water, and that's totally fine. So yeah, these are super, super amazing. There you have it. Those are 5 easy habits that I started out with when I was trying to be better for the environment. I definitely didn't do all of these 5 things right away. I had to create a habit, but what I did is I picked one thing, like let's say the water bottle. I practiced. Eventually that got so automatic. I took another thing and another thing, and eventually all of these 5 habits are so automatic for me now, and I don't even have to think about it. So there you go, and thank you for watching.